Hello everyone, and welcome to another stream from the League of Dracula. I should be online with Werecraft. I don't know if you can talk at the moment. He's sort of cutting things close because of the last minute change.
Hello, this is Werecraft. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hopefully chat thinks you're sounding good. Okay, make sure I hold on, I need OBS here and I need the game here, and the audio should be working and I can see chat. Excellent. So, Werecraft, thank you for joining me on such short notice. I really appreciate having an expert commentator alongside me. I also happen to owe you an apology. I was watching back the live stream from yesterday and I was so sure that the hunters had gone through the deck twice, and in fact, they had only gone through it once, as you were correctly pointing out in the chat. So I apologize for spreading misinformation over your expertise.
No worries. I've done things like that myself. Lost track of that.
Yeah, it's different. I don't know how everyone else feels, but I feel a little bit different when it's when I'm streaming, because I feel like I feel like I have too much to keep track of. So I saw the deck with like 4 cards left, and then it felt, it probably only was like 10-15 minutes, but it felt to me like 2 hours went by, and then the deck was at 2, and I was like, aha, they must have gone through it once already. But in fact, they had not. So anyway, we're seeing, looks like we've got the start here with Mina starting in Madrid as opposed to Seward. This is what is sometimes called the superhero start. Any particular thoughts on that as a start?
Well, it has advantages and disadvantages compared to the other.
I think I lost you for a second there.
I can hear you, Aruk.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, I just joined the live chat. Should I not have done that?
Oh, the live chat has a delay, so...
Okay, so let me get out of that.
Yeah, you should just be spectating in the game. That way you'll be current with me and you can comment on what's actually happening in real time.
Excellent, thank you. But about the superhero start,
yes.
I don't have enough experience with it to give an opinion one way or the other. But if WcKaczek is a fan of it, then he's quite savvy. I think it probably has a lot going for it.
Yep. He checked Nantes and Amsterdam. Looks like it was negative on both of those.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm in now. It's night of the second day, right?
Yep, Tuesday night. That's what I have.
Right. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing everything as you're seeing it.
Excellent.
Probably won't have too much happen for another 10 minutes or so because
yeah, first week tends to be a little bit anticlimactic as Dracula sets up his plots and the hunters are supplying. But I do have an updated set of results to share. If you haven't checked out the Nomad Discord for the League of Dracula, the current standings, WcKaczek, our hunter player at the moment, is currently on top of the rankings. So most people have played 5 games, so the comparisons are fairly straightforward, except for Captain Gyro, who has played 6. WcKaczek is number 1. Out of those 5 games, he has won 4 and lost 1. His IDS is currently at 13, though. Pizza Wizard, who's also played 5 games, has 3 wins and 2 losses, and is in second place because he has an IDS of 28. Meaning, if WcKaczek loses this game, chances are Pizza Wizard will move to the top of the pack again. But JB Philly is in close contention. JB Philly has the same win-loss record as Pizza Wizard with 3 wins and 2 losses, though JB Philly's IDS is currently only 6. So neck and neck for first, and this is a make-or-break game for WcKaczek. And meanwhile, Mettking has 2 wins and 3 losses, so we'll be looking for a win here to stay in the game. And hopefully, well, not really hopefully for the other players, but hopefully for Mettking, the other players will also drop another game, and all of a sudden, he'll be in contention for the top of the standings himself.
Yeah, there's a lot that could happen. 7 games left, including this one.
Yeah, and it's going to be close, I think, right down to the final. Although if WcKaczek wins this one, that puts him in a very strong position. Yeah, he'll start to pull ahead. Which is obviously what WcKaczek is hoping for.
Depending on how things go, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that's obviously what WcKaczek is hoping for.
Of course. Now, in the final week, that match between Pizza Wizard and WcKaczek might determine the championship.
Yeah, that would be very. That would be very. Go ahead.
Depending on how the intervening games go.
Yeah, and that would be very exciting if that does end up being the final. If it comes down to that sort of final match.
Yeah, that will be. I think Pizza Wizard is Hunters versus WcKaczek as Dracula. I've always thought of WcKaczek as somebody who's a Dracula player, although he's quite good as Hunters too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of the experienced Fury of Dracula players have a side that they prefer, and WcKaczek is definitely on that preferred Dracula side, whereas Scotsword, for example, is famously a little bit more on the prefers Hunters side. How do you feel about all of this, Werecraft? Where do you fall in terms of which side you prefer to play as, or do you feel sort of evenly spread?
I lean towards Hunters, like Scotsword and Quincy.
Okay, interesting.
But how about you, Aruki? Do you have a preference?
Well, at the moment, I've only played 1 game online as Hunters and 1 game online as Dracula, and I could actually play the game as Dracula, and it felt like I got totally overwhelmed with information as Hunters, having to manage the 4 characters. So at the moment, I'd say I have a slight preference for playing as Dracula. However, when I play with a group, I much prefer to play as a Hunter. Because I prefer the idea, like, my ideal is, I know this is a lot of, this game is a lot of information based, you have to be careful about what you do or don't reveal. But, like, my dream is to play the Hunters so efficiently that there's just nothing a Dracula can do. That's... There's no combat, you just box him in and finish him off, and that's the end. That's sort of like my dream for playing this game.
Well, yes, that can happen. And a lot of the, the Dracula strategy is trying to disrupt that efficiency.
Yep.
Not allowing the Hunters to have the breathing space necessary to get those combos, and where they just have the right cards and win. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. Does anyone have any guesses, as we might get a potential newspaper reports, does anyone have any guesses as to where Dracula has started in this game? It's Mettking thinking.
Well, can't remember where Mettking started in the last game, so I really don't know.
It wasn't Nantes or Amsterdam. I'm gonna, with no evidence... Oh, Strider has the same guess as me. With no evidence, I was gonna guess Barcelona. JB Philly's guessing Athens. Scotsword, if I remember correctly, Nantes was ruled out, but I might be remembering incorrectly. It's definitely one thing I've learned about myself in this game. It's funny.
Okay, now that's interesting. He put the rumor on the second encounter, which could signal that the first one's a hoax, or it could be that the first one is like a saboteur that he wants WcKaczek to think is a hoax. But what's good about that is, if he has newspaper, it won't reveal the one with the rumor unless he has two newspapers, or he's able to reveal it some other way.
That's an interesting strategy. Oh, here's Sister Agatha. Allied.
That makes sense. Even though you have 4 on the trail, you get more benefit from searching. I still agree with the ally play because she's so strong.
Yeah, she is a very powerful ally, especially since, as we were commentating in the last stream, we've been seeing a lot more fighter Drac.
Yeah, she's very good. If Dracula tries playing aggressively, she can really make that much more dangerous for Drac.
Mm-hmm. Scott sort of speculating that it might be a bodyguards to open with.
Yeah, that's a decent one to open with. Although I still prefer to just open with the vampire. Depending on what you have, though.
Yep. Oh, and just to finish a thought that I was interrupted from earlier, I was just saying that in the last live stream, it's better to guess a region rather than a city, and here I am in this one guessing a city. I just looked at Barcelona and thought, you know what? I think that'd be a fun place to start. Yeah, Scotsor is also pointing out that perhaps the hunters know they have newspaper already and therefore feel safe allying Aggie as opposed to searching.
Well, I would, unless I have already got surprising return, I would ally her no matter what.
Okay.
Because the benefit of searching is fairly modest, I think, compared to the bird in the hand of having her as an ally if you do not have surprising return. My opinion of that has changed over time. Because I've had some nasty games where I've used an ally for the search effect, and then I've really wanted the ally later, but I haven't had surprising return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, surprising return itself can be sort of a tricky card, because if you never draw any allies, it's basically useless.
Yeah, true. So you have to judge sometimes whether to just discard it in order to hold on to something else, or hold on to it in hopes that you'll eventually get an ally, in which case it becomes very useful because you have the search effect on command.
Yep. Interesting. Scott Sword and JB Philly are both agreeing with you, Werecraft, on your analysis about allying Sister Agatha. And I think it just goes to show that the common agreement between players is tends to shift in certain directions, I think, based off of one factor or another.
She's just so good. I'm not sure. I would ally anyone, but I would especially ally her because she's just so useful for combat. Cuts down fangs and hurts escape.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very powerful. And JB Philly is also pointing out that the tough thing about setting up for an aggressive Drac strategy from the start is the hunters might draw Aggie, as we saw just a few turns in, and suddenly the fights don't look so appealing. That's an aspect of playing Dracula where you have to be very reactive all the time. So you sort of don't really know.
Yeah, you have to leave yourself one open. Now, do we see a newspaper here? We think we do, yeah, because they don't think there was a prompt before. Yep.
There it is.
And it's Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. Interesting.
Now, did he search? No, he searched Nantes on day 1, so that rumor could well be in Nantes. That would be the most obvious guess, but we haven't seen any evil presence or local rumors, so it could be 47, 54, or 15. But 39 is the most obvious one because that's so hard to access. Now, will this reveal anything? No.
Strider's asking about any...
They both have horses.
Interesting discards.
Oh, I haven't even been looking at that. Let's see. Does this reveal anything? No. He's moving to the same slice. Huh. That's risky in case he could be at 38 or 41 by now. Could be moving out of position. We see in the discard 2 holy bullets, 1 stake. Okay, she's moving to Bordeaux. Yes, okay. No ambush. So he could be going into the boot. He could be going up. He could be conceivably in Le Havre at the trap for Van Helsing. Oh yes, that reminds me. Mettking tried that in the game I played against him, and that well, it was complicated how it went from there.
I feel like most of these games are pretty complicated.
Yeah, a lot happened. That was particularly long and involved. But let's see. Okay, yeah, it was a
bodyguards.
She's got a rifle to deal with that, which is already face up. So now he doesn't know where the rumor is, and that, I guess, was the benefit of that play. Now, if VH moves to 29, that could reveal that it's not before Mina goes. But Mina might not be able to deal with 39 if she does not have a stake. We'll see.
We will see. JB Philly's pointing out that you have to assume the rumor's in Nantes, but it could be Clermont or even Toulouse to take advantage of the assumption.
Yeah. Exactly. Or 47.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this game is the obvious move sometimes is the move to make, but sometimes it's the move not to make, and you can never quite tell exactly which situation you're in as or you're dealing with as a player.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Godalming's taking his time to choose what to discard. That suggests that he doesn't want to discard anything. What did he discard? This isn't search item. No, it's not. Dogs and a pistol. Oh, that wasn't that difficult a choice, I don't think. Well, maybe the pistol was his only weapon. Maybe he has, like, horses, because we know he's had horses. He has horses, HH, stake. Seward's moving with his horses. He's got good horse economy. He must have all the white ones and good... Okay, 15 is empty.
Was not Clermont-Ferrand. Okay.
29 is... Okay, so he either went 39 Paris, or he went, like, Toulouse, because he hasn't checked Marseille yet. This is a big choice for Mina. If you go to 39 and it's not there, then you've moved her out of the way. That's real bad.
Yep.
And you have one more. You may have one more day. She is moving to 39. It is there. It's a high. There. Bats. Ooh, okay. So that means she will not be able to deal with it, but Seward and Van Helsing can.
They'll still have time.
He went Paris. He could be in 41 or 60, or somewhere up in like maybe 16 or somewhere like that. But he's 2 away from Paris, because we know he went to Paris because Seward's at 15.
Yep. Yeah, everywhere else has been blocked off in the area or checked.
Yeah, so I think if he went to 41, he's in good shape, and then it's a choice. Do you immediately wolf form to 59 and then go east? Or do you maybe go to 38 and risk that Godalming moves there?
Yeah. What would you do with the bats here? Just looking to push...
if you've got something in Paris to push her into, that would be the opposite. But Paris, you're asking a very good question, because if you move her to Paris, you're moving her towards you.
Right. Yeah, that's the issue.
Depends on what's in Paris.
I'm seeing. Yeah, we don't know what's on the trail, which is going to be a huge. Yeah. So I think you'd want to be moving her to Bordeaux, even though there's not necessarily anything there, just to get her out of the way.
Yeah, just to move her as far away from you as possible. And Bordeaux was about to be turned into a lair, but it isn't yet, so he wasn't able to set a trap there. So as long as either Seward or VH has a stake, rumor's not going to mature. That means that the game's going to go long. We'll see what happens. I do have a time limit. I can't stay much past 6:15.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that Strider will be able to join by then.
Okay.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, this is sort of a last-minute rearrangement of plans, so I appreciate you jumping on at all, Werecraft.
My pleasure. Nice that I can commentate tonight.
JB Philly's pointing out that maybe you should have waited for Mina to search with the bats so that you could move her onto a layered Bordeaux.
Yeah, that's true. But then if you did that, then you'd be moving her there during the day. So, and the big problem with that is that if you waited, then there was like an aristocratic well, if any vampire, if she had a stake, then the vampire would be killed.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I see we have a fan in the chat here spectating. Asking about Mina's revealed event. I don't know if I can check right now because the game is waiting for WcKaczek. But I will try and get that information to you as soon as I can, Scott Sword. Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, JB Philly, I think Werecraft was, or not Werecraft, WcKaczek was saying he needed to run to the bathroom.
Yeah, we've got to pause.
Mm-hmm.
He might also be thinking. This is a tricky moment. A lot of different things going on as hunters, and you need to make some difficult decisions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you were saying, Strider. You're also fans. Yes, we do have fans in the YouTube live chat, as well as a new fan in the Fury of Dracula online board game chat. Who Werecraft is reaching out to. Thank you for being an ambassador here, Werecraft.
My pleasure.
Oh, Scott Sword, yeah. Where is the Mettking fan club? Oh, it's still relatively early. They may show up by the end. Definitely got a comment from one of them on my previous live stream of a Mettking game. And it's just a shame that previous live stream was as garbled as it was in terms of the video. And there was a lot of audio weirdness going on as well. JB Philly is the Mettking fan club. I think a lot of people are pulling for Mettking here to make the tournament more interesting. Although Scott Sword was saying upstream that he was hoping for his fellow European to take the title. There's a nice advertisement for you, Scott Sword. Some high-quality Fury of Dracula videos can be found on Scott Sword's channel. It's true. Quincy Morris, I think, was sort of the original YouTuber to make it big with Fury of Dracula streams and, well, not really streams, I guess, recorded games and analysis. I am unfortunately not as familiar with his videos as I am with Scott Sword, so that's where I will leave it. Thank you for the shout out, Werecraft, for all of us. Looks like the game is back on. We do have quite the community. Good point, Scott Sword. All right, now we return to the dilemma of the hunters.
Godalming's supplying. That makes sense, depending on what items he has. So he's...
Yeah, Godalming, it's interesting when he supplies because he gets those 2 items. Sometimes he'll get a lot of really good items and you're stuck with a hard choice of what to discard. Sometimes he'll draw a lot of garbage for you and it's really helpful because you can just get that out of the way for the other hunters.
Well, speaking of being really helpful, that draw was really helpful.
Yes.
So he speaks to how and a lot of benefits from playing. Now, did he go Strasbourg?
Oh, and I needed
Seward's
to check
moving up to Brussels.
Mina's revealed hand here. It
So that
was
means
a
Seward's
chartered...
not dealing with Nantes. Van Helsing has to deal with it, or it's going to mature. Yeah. He must have a stake.
Yeah, it was a chartered carriage, so JB Philly was right about Mina's revealed items. JB Philly's saying in chat, helpful newspaper, but actually not the worst thing for Drek. It was known he went in that general direction, either Brussels or Strasbourg next. Oh, it's another bodyguards.
No, yeah, oh, it's in Brussels, okay. Yeah. Oh, he's got a knife. Okay, that's powerful. What's this? Does he have a stake? I think, yeah, he does. And it's an aristocratic.
Ah, but it was an aristocratic.
Yeah, but you got to use the stake there, because if it's not, then...
Yeah, it's a desperate situation.
And you don't use the stake, then you might get killed, and at the very least, you're probably not going to kill the vampire.
That's true. So, had to use it, but obviously better for Dracula that it got used on a non-fighter.
Better, yes.
Interesting. Scott Sword and JB Philly are mentioning newspaper reports at this point in the game are preferable to hired scouts, with the scouts being better later on.
Interesting point. They both have the pluses and minuses. Now, the key here is, did he risk going towards the east into Germany? If he did, then... Like, if he went, Godalming could catch him here. Okay, Godalming rolled low. That could be, if he's in Munich, that could actually be very good. He's not in Munich. Okay.
Well, it still sounds like that's an important check.
He's not Strasbourg. Okay, so he's probably in... The question is, did he, like, hide in Hamburg, preparatory to going to sea? Or did he go Berlin or Leipzig? Which is much riskier.
Yep. There's Cologne. Pretty expected at this point. Oh, Strider's pointing out that Hyde is on the trail. Thank you, Strider.
Ooh.
So it wasn't Hyde.
That's very important. I missed that. Yeah.
Wolves in Paris. Oh, Van Helsing has a pistol.
Okay.
Ah, there was a hoax in Cologne.
Okay, so that would have been one. If the vampire had matured, that would have been the next one on the trail. That makes sense, yeah. So he can't be in 2. He's actually, I think he's perhaps in danger here if he's in 7 and he tries going 44. It's so easy to get boxed in there, although he doesn't have wolf form. Okay, he's using wolf form now. Okay, maybe he was at 41 and he just went to 59. Does he have renewed vigor here? Could he try jumping on him with multiple people? But I mean, where if he wolf formed 7 to 58, then he could easily get caught.
That's true. Yeah, this is a tricky situation. I wish I could link the live stream. I'll have to type something in chat here. I just opened my web browser and everything slowed to a crawl. I hope the stream didn't stutter too much in that time.
Okay, so then the question is, did he go wolf form from 41 or from 7? Okay, sword rolls low. I would move 41, yeah. It was 40. Okay, that's quite good for Mettking, because that means he got either 59 or 57 or 58, which is much better than wolf forming from 7. Okay, that's going to be a search, I think. Yep. Okay, it's not 58.
Sorry, everybody stuck on those fast horses.
By the way, I can't hear any music right now.
Yeah,
I don't know whether...
I clicked to open my web browser. Oh, wait, are you on the live stream or are you...
I'm just watching the game.
Okay, I still have music.
Okay. I'm going to log out and log back in and see if that restarts it after a moment.
Stake.
Okay, it's a desecrated soil in Nuremberg. That makes sense. Okay, Godalming's delayed. That's also significant. Okay, Dracula only discarded 1 card. He must have gotten good ones there. Oh, okay, Seward has a Heavenly Host as well as a knife. Which makes sense, because early in the game, Godalming would have drawn items and given them to Seward.
Mm-hmm. That's the superhero start. Yeah, it looks like people on stream can hear the music, but Scott Sword saying is that the music does bug out sometimes. Yeah, Strider, I was thinking the same thing. The trail is rough for Drac here. You want to have a lot of encounters down, and he's been doing a great job of staying on land, but the hunters have been very efficient in clearing it. But
they're out of position, assuming he's in 59 or 57, and Godalming's been delayed, Mina's been delayed twice. I think that Drac's getting pretty good value from his encounters.
Good. This is why I need an expert alongside me.
Well, as I say that hunters will pounce on him.
Yeah, it's... You can never count the hunters out. That's one thing I've learned by watching a lot of Fury of Dracula games, is they've just got so many different powerful cards and events that they can burn to really maneuver into a strong position out of what looks like a hopeless cause.
Absolutely. And the game which Mettking won against Captain Gyro is proof positive of that. Okay. Why he moved back? I would have gone to Munich and then checked 59 or 57 next turn. Hired scouts.
Oh, here we go. This could be big.
Okay, he's gonna check. I would check 59 and 57. Find out whether he's in the boot or in the east.
Mm-hmm. Milan or Venice. Okay.
Okay, that pretty much means that it's 59, and he's now in either 53 or 49. There's no way I think he could have gone it. I mean, obviously he could have gone to 36, but I think it's highly likely he went to 59. He's now in 53 or 49.
That does seem likely. Okay, well. Yeah, I was going to clarify that this is an informal competitive league, but I'm glad you're on it, Werecraft.
Going to log out and see if the
Yeah,
music
hopefully you
come
can
back.
fix the music. Psychic Bond, not in Germania. But we kind of suspected that already. Yeah, JB Philly, I don't know if Marseille has been checked.
Marseille would be the crazy, risky move.
Yeah, it's very high traffic.
Look what happened to Mettking in his last game. He went there, he got jumped, he got killed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not only is it high traffic,
because
it's
of that,
also...
I think he'd be spooked about going to Marseille.
Probably.
So the Hunters, assuming he is in the east, he could be at 50 or 55 by now, and the Hunters are really out of position.
Yeah, that trail that I was just talking about getting reduced is starting to come back. Oh, we got more
Okay,
hired scouts.
This is going to reveal a lot. Whoa, he did it!
Wow.
So he's in probably 48. Ha!
Some
Very
crucial,
bold. Okay, so
crucial
Steward's
scouts.
gonna get one away from him here, and Steward's got powerful items. Very lucky hired scouts.
Yeah. Must have paid them very well.
VH could jump him here if VH has like an escape route. He could move, or he could even move ahead of him if he's got a 3 ticket. Ooh, this could this suddenly. I mean, if he has CG, where's he going?
Yeah, that's always the question. Oh,
He's going for 30. Okay,
Temekun,
So,
you made it.
as-
The Mettking
as
fan club
Drac-
is here. Sorry, go
assuming
ahead.
you're in 48. If she's got chartered carriage, so she could potentially. Ooh, there's a lair. She jumped on a lair. What is it? Nothing. Must have been like an aristocratic, something that's useless for ambush. So suddenly, I think Drac's in serious danger here. I mean, if CG comes out, he could be trapped and forced to move into a hunter. If they have renewed vigor, they could get potentially a 2 or a 3v1 here, depending on whether they have forewarned to deal with fog. Ooh, that's huge! Because that delays him, and that means that he can't move next turn, and he can't move at all with renewed vigor. Ooh, I wouldn't have searched that. I would have held back, just in case it was a delaying thing. But, wow. Okay, so he's in...
That was
we're assuming he's in 48. He has 1 turn where Seward's delayed, so he could move to like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Mina cannot get to 1 with a chartered carriage. She can get there with a chartered carriage plus renewed vigor. So you don't have wolf form. So you move to either 47 or 1, throw down fog and hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah.
I would have gone east. I think, and he would be in a much better position now if he was in the east.
Yeah, that's true. But if the
Because
obvious
as soon
move
as they
is
got
east,
100 to check 59, then they would have realized that he wasn't in the east. So the hired scouts helped a lot, but they didn't. It's not like they would have moved everybody surging east. Well, maybe though. It's difficult to judge these things. Okay, Godalming's moving with fast horses. He's the only one who's really out of position here. He can't join in. That makes sense. Zurich is very central. Seward's undelayed. Okay, he's supplying. He's not going to try to jump on him now. And then what does Mina do? Does she hold back, thinking he'll go to C? Does she move closer? He could be in, what are the layers? Paris is the layer. He could be in, like, 39, crawling back up the coast.
Yeah, Scott Sword is making a good point. It's easy to say in hindsight. All the tricky moves look dumb when they find them.
Yeah. I gotta admire him for trying it. Okay, is she gonna accidentally? No, is she? Okay, so he didn't do 15. That would be just crazy to loop around again. But okay, so he's probably in 47 or 1. He could be in 39. And the big question here is Seward has fast horses, and he could get to 31. He could get to 1. I mean, he could get to 31 with a renewed vigor and a good roll.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could just move 48 and then rail to 31. So, as Drac, do you go to C here? Or do you risk staying on land one more turn?
That's the question. JB Philly's pointing out he could be in Nantes.
Yeah, he could be. And, so yeah, because there's a lot of things to consider here as both sides. If you're hunters, you play renewed vigor and assume he's in somewhere like 31 and risk moving way out of position if he did crawl back up the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Paris and Brussels are layers, so if he moves, then he could be in 29, but not 42.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Godalming with a renewed vigor could maybe get to Nantes to check it before the others move.
Yep. Hyde
And
came
of course,
off the trail.
Aggie's
so
in play. Sorry, go ahead.
Hyde came off the trail, so that would be another possibility, probably.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, if he has double vampires, he could be safe if he hides with 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different things. Okay, does he play a renewed vigor here? He's got multiple prompts.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know whether it's a renewed vigor or, say, long night and speedy telegraph.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't use anything. Okay, so what does he do here? Godalming, I think, has to supply. And then I would move Seward to 8. Oh, no, he's dealing with Marseille. That makes sense. Now you move Seward to 8 to rule out crawling back up the coast.
Fast horses.
Well, he rolled a 1 anyway.
Rolled a 1.
Or you could move to 48 to rule out Spain, yeah.
There it
okay,
is.
so so he's either in Spain or he moved 8. But I think moving to 8 is just far too risky here.
Extremely risky.
So he could, and moving to 26 is risky because it's not only the risk of CG, it's, you're inland. So if they catch you there, then they can just, then you have to stay on land. Okay, Mina's moving. She could accidentally jump on him at 47.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is at 31.
Yeah, he's at 31.
Or conceivably 8. Although I think 8 would be just far too risky.
Yeah, it could still be Bordeaux.
Yeah, but I think it's almost certainly 31.
Yeah.
Now, at this situation, I think you got to go to C, because if you are at 31, then 3 hunters can jump on you even without RV. Marseille is a hoax. Okay, that's significant. Oh, because without that, Godalming could get there with like an SOE or a chartered carriage and renewed vigor.
Yep.
There are a fair number of encounters to deal with here. Marseille is gone. Toulouse is a saboteur. It's not. As Mina, I would wait and not deal with the encounter in case it's another saboteur or something, or a fighter vampire.
Right, don't want her getting delayed like you had with Seward earlier.
Or worse, yeah, with a fighter vampire. Okay, so as Dracula, I think you pushed your luck with Lisbon. You got away with it, but don't push your luck again. I mean, with 3 hunters...
Yeah, I think
a double vamp, even a double vamp, I mean, with Aggie in play, you could take a lot of damage from hunters in combat, and then you might not be able to go far by sea.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would definitely go to sea here.
Yeah, I think it's time to cut and run. Wow.
Okay, we'll see how this ends up. Could still be at 8, going to 39. And Godalming can't check 8 because he searched Marseille.
He got delayed.
Right. So yeah, I think we're going to see a renewed vigor here if he has one. No.
No usage.
Maybe he doesn't have it.
It's possible.
Okay, Godalming got undelayed. Seward. Okay, that's Seward. I think you go to 31 here. Or maybe 12 with the fast horses. Because, well, the thing is, there's so many different things. Does he have forewarned?
Yeah, that's a big
How
question.
does he feel about jumping into a double vamp possibly at 31? How worried is he about 8? He's thinking. I would be thinking too. This is a tough decision. Now, if he moves to 12 and he gets there, and there's no fog, or he can deal with the fog with forewarned, then he could have a 3v1 with VH and Mina, because Mina has horses too.
Mm-hmm.
So he's thinking, did he hide in Lisbon, or did he? Yeah, he's probably going to go to Cadiz. I think he would have railed there if he wanted to go to Lisbon.
JB Phillies. Oh, okay, thank goodness. Was telling me that the stream was suddenly silent. And,
he did? He did go Bordeaux!
He did it. He did it! Amazing!
And if he jumped on Bordeaux earlier, then they would have jumped on him. Maybe there's fog in Bordeaux, but still, very bold. Okay, so he's in 39 now. It's got to be 39. I mean, well, conceivably 15 though, because Godalming was delayed.
He was delayed, yeah, so he could be moving out.
Okay, he ambushed him with the desecrated soil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dracula's getting close to cycling the deck.
Yeah, he is. His VH, he does not have a heavenly host. Seward does. Seward can deal with it. Although it's going to be another cycle.
Yeah, JB Philly's saying he could be hiding in Bordeaux. Although I would want to be moving.
Yeah. What does Mina have? Does he have powerful... Because if she has powerful items, then even a one-on-one could possibly work. But is he willing to take that risk? Oh, he worked 2 to 1.
Roll.
Okay, so I think she has no choice but to move Bordeaux.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
yeah, he didn't hide in Bordeaux.
Yep.
Now, he hesitated there. I think he was wondering, do I ambush with fog? I would have guessed he put fog in Bordeaux.
Yeah, with a risky move like that, you probably want to throw down a fog.
Yeah, you want the fog as a backup in case you do get jumped.
Mm-hmm.
He's played very risky twice. All right, we're at the start of week 3. And he's probably going to go to... From Nantes, Godalming is... well, the thing is, if he went 15, then he still doesn't have wolf form, and he is very close to Godalming, and so they could jump him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Paris is a lair.
He's not
He forgets
far away.
that, moves to Paris, then he reveals himself.
Mm-hmm.
He could just be at 39 and go to C here.
Yeah,
which is what I would do. If I was him, I would go 39, then go to C. I would have gone 39 and go to C, and then maybe move to Cagliari or somewhere like that. Because you have a lot of health, and you're at the start of week 3.
Yeah, and you have a long trail.
Yeah, very true. There's the desoil, the scent. Yeah, he's put down a lot of encounters. He's thinking. Did he go 15? He did. Well, okay, so he could have gone Le Havre. He could have hidden Nantes.
Mm-hmm.
We could have moved to Geneva. Ooh. Now, Godalming could move to any of those. I would, as hunters... Ooh, he didn't play anything. Maybe he... Because I would have thought Speedy Telegraph to have Mina move to Nantes first.
Hmm.
Godalming. Okay, he guessed Geneva. He wasn't there.
Scott's sort of saying he thinks this is the right move because it forces the hunters to pick.
Okay, Santander. Fog.
Fog in Santander.
Ambushing with fog now? Okay, well maybe if you want to delay Seward. You put the fog in Santander. Huh. You afraid of being caught there? I guess.
Maybe that's where he was when they found his trail into Spain, or where he moved to.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, maybe, yeah, because I was, oh, yeah. Now that you mentioned it, that was when, just after Van Helsing moved to Madrid. Yeah, I would have put down fog there, too.
Yeah,
okay, where's VH going? Is he going to Le Havre?
A non-ambush would be better. Oh, he found him.
Oh, he found him. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. He should have waited for Mina to move. Oh, wait a minute, no. Well, if Mina moves in, then she doesn't get hit by the mob. And she might well be able to move in without a horse wall if she has a 2 ticket. Maybe he panicked. But if she can't get there, then you use and if you hold back on the mob, then and the other thing is Mina might have forewarned. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's okay, so we have a 2v1 in Le Havre. Mina's at full, she has a horse, and wait a minute, all right, combat events.
Yeah, there's definitely some combat events here.
He didn't. That's odd. Maybe he had heroic leap on Van Helsing. Okay. They each have 5. Sister Agatha is in play. He's at 14.
Yep.
Van Helsing can survive any attack, even a claws attack.
Yep, but can't
Tuesday
stick around
week
for too
3.
long.
This could be very bad for Drac because he has to stay in combat until round 4 before he can try to escape. So they have several rounds to attack him before that. You try to kill Van Helsing here, that might be your best bet, but you could take a lot of damage and they could have great strength.
Yeah.
Targeting Mina.
Great strength is another open question here.
Strength? Mesmerize. Okay.
Heavenly host. It was a heavenly host.
Oh, okay, could be game. That's crushing.
That's powerful.
Okay, so she had one. Seward had another one. Maybe Van Helsing played the other? No. Oh, he dodged.
It was a dodge.
Huh. I wonder why he did that. Okay, so Mina played a heavenly host in round 1. So she now has probably a weapon, like a knife. I wonder why he dodged. I would have thought you'd want to attack in the situation. I don't know what he has.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can't die if you have... Never mind. We'll see what happens. WcKaczek has... I like to dodge early, I think. So does Quincy. All right. Round 2.
Here we go.
This time he's targeting VH.
Yep.
Claws.
Well, dodge is off the table, so it's a fangs.
Okay, that's really bad because that means he doesn't heal. VH might have holy bullets. He doesn't have horses. He does do 2 damage to VH. Does he have holy bullets? Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is game.
Oh, wow.
Because he has another item. Why not open with the pistol then? Maybe he expected strength. I think this is game. Yeah, punch.
Wow.
And then he can't escape. So if he takes 2 damage in this next round, then he can't escape ever because he would kill himself. So I think it's game. Because if they both have a second weapon, like even a gun, then they're guaranteed to do 2 damage to him.
Right.
Unless he claws Van Helsing to death, which might be his only chance here.
That might be his only hope.
Has a knife, but he could easily have another gun.
Yep.
Did he expect a heavenly host there? I don't know. We knew that VH had the pistol from earlier. He revealed it earlier.
Yep, he did.
Is there another mesmerize? No, it's strength. Okay. Yeah, okay. So he broke a knife. Okay, but if VH has a gun, then it's over.
Yep.
I think. That was too little too late. Yeah,
It was a
rifle.
gun. Yep.
Yeah, we couldn't have fought him to death anyway. So yeah, he can't escape, and now Mina can punch, and then VH plays his gun, and then he's down to 1 no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, JB Philly's saying he's probably banking on Van Helsing dodging again, but he had the other gun.
Yeah. Oh, we had 2. That explains why. If he had holy bullets, that explains why he might have held on to 2 guns.
Yeah, that does.
I don't know how many turns he supplied, whether that was just a lucky set of draws, or whether he spent a lot of time supplying to get that hand.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You never know what Drac draws.
Well,
So,
he hasn't had mesmerized and strength, so
yeah.
I don't think that's that bad of a hand. You can't claw Van Helsing to death because he has 2 guns.
Right.
Best he can do is play like a strength or a mesmerize on Van Helsing to prevent himself from being killed. He could just die here. He has no. I don't think he gets out of this. But if he doesn't have a strength or a mesmerize, then he just dies.
Yeah, this could just be the end of it right here.
Yeah, mesmerize.
There's a mesmerize.
Okay.
Oh, and it was a punch.
Ooh! Oh, that was clever. He anticipated the mesmerize, thinking that that would have worked well against strength too.
Yeah, just a double punch
That's
to finish
he
Dracula.
Went from 14 to 0 in 4 rounds. 15 influence victory for WcKaczek.
Wow, what a game.
Aggie is ruthless there.
Yes.
Quick and brutal.
Yep. Yeah, Sister Agatha really came in clutch at the end. What a game. All right, well, I'm sure WcKaczek is happy with that result, but
It takes him 5-1 and puts enormous pressure on
everyone.
Pizza Wizard and the others to keep winning. They hope to catch him.
Hey, did I miss anything?
I don't think it was all that important. Glad you could make it for the final.
I watched the ending from my car. I'm like, oh, they're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
I think that's both streams right now, Strider, that you've just been able to jump on at the end. One of these days we'll have to get you on for longer.
No, it's good. Well done. It was a very entertaining stream. You did a good job, both of you.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Werecraft, for joining me as well. I'm glad this all ended before your hard limit.
Thank you for setting up the live stream.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm just glad this is working now.
So, how many games does WcKaczek have left?
2 left. He's now 5-1.
Okay. He's got to face Pizza Wizard, right?
Yep.
And who else hasn't he faced yet? This is the second Mettking game, I think.
Yeah, this is the second Mettking game. I don't know who his other opponent is. Might be JB Philly? Is that the match that's happening later this week?
Well, who else could it be? He played Gyro twice, and if he's played Mettking twice, then it's got to be Pizza Wizard and JB Philly. So he's not won yet, because those are the people who are in the best position to catch him.
All right, yeah, Scottsor is clarifying in the live chat now. It's JB Philly, who's his next opponent. So those are two strong opponents to close out with for WcKaczek.
Yeah, WcKaczek says he got bad events, both long nights and both good lucks. Yeah, those are bad draws.
He loves to complain, but he won. So it's all good for him. Brutal. That Heavenly Host mesmerized. That was the killer. When I watch, I'm like, oh no, it's over. That's it.
Yeah, that was a big swing. That's what, as Dracula, that's one of your worst nightmares.
Yeah, that or fangs into knife.
Yep. Yeah, because they counter and they get huge damage on you, and that's never good. All right, well, I think I will close out the stream, but thank you all for joining me again. I really appreciate you jumping on, especially on such short notice, both of you. So thank you to Werecraft. And,
my pleasure.
And thank you to Strider656.
Yeah, no problem. Glad I could join for the last 3 minutes there.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. And like I said, hopefully we'll get you on for a longer one. And if you're following along with the League of Dracula, I hope you had a good time. And I'll see you in the next one. And until then, thanks for watching.